Hello and welcome to Gaming is Therapy. I am Defy Reality and today I'm bringing you episode number 42 of our EFL Fantasy Football, and it's time to reveal those points. But before we do, Merry Christmas, because it is Christmas Eve, and if you are watching this on Christmas Eve, thank you ever so much. We really do appreciate the time you're taking. If you're not watching on Christmas Eve and you're watching on Boxing Day, happy Boxing Day. Everyone likes Boxing Day. You get to eat leftovers, have a few beers and watch lots and lots of football, which is fantastic. So before we crack into it, we have the table from game week 19. As you know, we had 12 participants, which was a fantastic increase. Unfortunately, we have lost one player, which is Maximum FFC. A great shame, but I truly understand. On the flip side, we've managed to gain 4 new participants, which is mind-blowing. So I'd like to welcome Nicotine, fantastic team name. Talisman, another cracking team name, gotta say. We've then got Bielsa's Babes, must be a Leeds fan, and one of the best names I think I've seen ever, Chicken Too Many. Absolutely fantastic. So welcome all 4 of you to the league. Fantastic to have you. Hopefully you enjoy your stay. Hopefully you enjoy the content and we'll have a good season. Now, let's dive straight in and have a little Pikachu at Randy's team. Yes, stunned silence, I think that was. Yeah, I don't think Random was expecting that. Not the best return at all. 8 points for his 2 teams. Wrexham didn't perform. 3 points. Middlesbrough didn't perform. 5 points. Who foresaw Plymouth drawing 3-3 with Plymouth? I really didn't. I was bigging up a 3-0, 4-0, 5-0 for Middlesbrough. Just didn't happen. Fair play to Wazza and Plymouth. A hard-fought 3-3 draw. Yeah, that's why I think we love the EFL more than the FPL, because the EFL is just literally so unpredictable game by game. It's actually mental and great fun. So, from a player perspective, Ripley, 7 points. That's a solid return for a goalkeeper. Gleeworth, obviously Cleggers, as we like to call him, only 5 points. Ever since he's come back, he hasn't really hit the sort of points return as he did before his injury. I sort of understand it. It's going to take him a little while for him to settle down. Then he'll be fine. He'll start rinsing the points. The Demon in defence with 11 points. The guy is magnificent. He is so consistent, it's ridiculous. If you don't have him in your team weekly, minus he missed a game and I think 2 bad weeks, maybe 3 bad weeks in the entire season so far, where he hasn't got ridiculous points. He's a must, an absolute must. Centre of the park, Azza for Middlesbrough, 3-point return, really disappointing. Hammer from Sheffield United with 4 points, again, really disappointing. He captained Stevens, who only managed to get him 2 points, but because he captained him, he got 4 points. Again, that's really disappointing. That's a kick in the... Yeah, that's not good. That's not good. And Stansfield, a nice return of 8 points for Birmingham. Overall, yeah, it's a little bit dismal this week. It's been a few consistent weeks for Andy where he hasn't actually been able to perform. From my point of view, that's fantastic. From Randy's, not so good. Now we'll dive straight into my team. And okay, so Middlesbrough we know about. 3-3 draw with Plymouth, not the best. Sheffield United, thank you very much. 11 points. We do appreciate that, boys. So Cooper in goal, 7 points. Fantastic return. Happy with that. My captain, the Demon in defence, 22 points. Thank you ever so much. Really happy with that. Aimson, it did not pay off. Was it worth the risk? Of course it was worth the risk. It just didn't pay off. It's one of those things. Cleeworth, Cleggers, as I say, the boy hasn't found his form since he's come back from injury. I'm really disappointed, but I accept 5 points. It's okay. It's okay in the long term of what he's rewarded me in previous weeks. I'm happy with 5 points. Azza, 3, disappointed. Asgard, 9 points, happy. Thank you ever so much. Really needed someone in midfield to produce, and you did. Thank you. And as I like to call him, Latte, 7 points. Only came on with a short time to go because he didn't start and managed to score a goal. Impact, Ollie Gunner, Latte, Solskjaer. We love it. We'll take that. We'll take that. A little bit of a lifesaver. Not the best week overall by a long stretch, but an acceptable week. I wish Middlesbrough had done me a favour, but it is what it is. So we'll get straight into the weekly table. And this week we're going to do it back to front. Because there is 15, we're going to go from the bottom to the top. Unfortunately, in last place in game week 20 is Waymaker with 49 points. Not a good week at all. Randy in 14th with 50 points. He's got the wooden spoon. EFL Fantasy Josh on a bit of a downer. Struggling to find that form, 58 points. Lord Redes in 12th position with 59 points. Bojong Swan in 11th position with 60 points, struggling for a bit of form. In Zuma 11, 63 points in position 10. And a new starter to the league for us, Chicken Tumeni in 9th position with 65 points. We'll now move into the top 8. So Gooding & Co. and Luckett with 66 points. Nice return. In 7th position, Intimate Champions with 66 points. Fantastic return. In 6th position, Terriers FC with 68 points. New member to the league, Bielsa's Babes in 5th position with 69 points. 4th position, Winning 11, 70 points. In 3rd position, my good self with 73 points. Actually quite surprised about that. I won't lie, I'm actually quite surprised. 2nd place, a new starter to the league with 75 points, Talisman. And top of the leaderboard with a whopping 91 points is Nicotine. How do you introduce yourself to the league? Go and slap 91 points on a single game week. That's fantastic. So before we continue to the overall table, it's time to have a little snout at Team of the Week and see what magic Nicotine conjured. And there we go, 91 point team. So he went with Port Vale 5 points and Stockport County 7 points. I was expecting him to have more points with teams, to be honest, but when you look at the actual team, we'll do it in a random fashion. Barry up top 9 points, solid return. Hammer in the centre of the park, he must be disappointed because he's picked him only 4 points. Molyneux 7, I steer clear of him because he never gets me points, as we know. Roden leads defence 9, Hall 11, which is a fantastic return. Ripley with 7 is decent, but the standout by a country mile. Bogle with 32 points. Nice piece of captaining in there. Absolutely banger on the captain. Use of the captain's, yeah, that's fantastic. That's a nice team. That's a really well balanced. And if you do note, not that I'm an advocate for it, but the 3-2-1 is such a fantastic formation. Gives you such a greater opportunity to rack up some serious points. I do prefer it to the 2-2-2, which I used for a period of time at the start, but that's a magnificent looking team. Fantastic way to introduce yourself to the league. So welcome, congratulations, team of the week, first time out. We like that. Absolutely perfect. So the biggest question is, how does this affect the overall table? Because we've got the new guys. How many points do they have overall? That's going to be an interesting one to see. So in 15th position is Inzuma 11, 1260. I presume that Inzuma 11 has missed a few weeks. A little bit like Gooding & Co. with Luckett. He's on 1330. He's fighting hard to get those points. Week on week, he's getting points. But it is difficult. But he is still making ground on Randy. In 13th position is Winning 11 with 1376. We then have Random Geezer in 12th position with 1379 in that wooden spoon position, my man. Wooden spoon position. In 11th position is Waymaker FC with 1410. In 10th position is Chicken Tumeni with 1451. I'm now in 9th position with 1496. Would have been lovely to get over the 1500 mark just before Christmas, but it's not meant to be. It's not going to happen. That's a great shame, but hopefully going into the new year, I will manage to get 4 points and go over that 1500 point barrier. The top half of the table is looking really, really competitive. That's actually quite scary. So in 8th position, Terriers FC with 1501. In 7th position, Talisman with 1506. In 6th position, Bielsa's Babes with 1532. In 5th, Lord Redes with 1556. Sounds like a beer, but it's not. It's not. In 4th position, it's Bojong Swan with 1560. 3rd position, Intimate Champions with 1567. 2nd position has been pushed off that top spot now. EFL Fantasy Josh with 1581. And out front by a little margin. Hell of a week to have those 91 points, but it's Nicotine with 1,619 points. Wow. That's some serious pointage. That is some serious pointage. And now all the planning goes into the triple game week, which is going to be absolutely fantastic. It's going to be an absolute bloodbath. 106 fixtures. Now, bear in mind, not every single team has a triple game week. So, AFC Wimbledon, Newport County, Gillingham, and Bromley are not playing 3 times. They are only playing twice. So bear that in mind when you're picking your teams and your players. And yes, 106 fixtures across 3 match days is, that's quite scary. It's got to be looking 150 points realistically. That's the goal that I'm setting myself, 150 points, which is an average 50 points per match. Per round, I should say, per match week. So 50 points, that's quite doable. If we can get 60, we're looking at 180. Is there a dreamland of 70 at 210? No, let's not get carried away. So my base level is 50 points. So 150 points I'll be really, really happy with, but I'd be loving to look at that upper echelon of 70 points and bringing home 210 points for the triple game week. But we'll have to wait and see. I will be releasing my team tonight. It may not be the final team going into the actual game week because I have got a few players that I'm a little bit umming and ahhing, but we'll see. But you will see my team tonight. You will see Random Geezer's team on Boxing Day before the football kicks off. We're splitting the teams up just because of Christmas, just the way it is, to be honest. So yes, hopefully you'll tune in for that. Hopefully you enjoy that. Hopefully you enjoy this video. If you have, please comment, like and subscribe. And as I say, to all the new people who have joined the league in the last couple of weeks, thank you ever so much. It's greatly appreciated. To all the old school members from day one and who have joined gradually over the course of the season as we go in, entering that period of going into the new year, thank you ever so much. You guys are absolutely fantastic. We never thought we would ever get more than 5 people. We didn't even think we were going to get more than 2 people if we're utterly honest. And we thought we were going to be talking to ourselves, but we haven't been, and it's fantastic. We really do appreciate it. We're looking forward to 2025. We've got more ideas on how to change things. Hopefully we'll be able to deliver. Hopefully you'll continue enjoying the content. And I'm not going to ramble anymore. It's Christmas Eve. Go and spend it with your families. If you're watching this on Boxing Day, as I've said previously, hope you had a fantastic Christmas. Enjoy your Boxing Day. Enjoy the football. And you know what I'm going to say, as always, we will catch you later.